I'm 92, and I was doing this wrong my whole life. It silently weakens your legs, steals your balance, and speeds up aging. Millions of seniors make this same mistake every morning. Fix it now, before it's too late. Have you ever stood up from your chair and felt like your legs just gave up on you? Like they didn't want to listen anymore? I'm Dr. Robert Peterson, and I'm 92 years old. After more than 60 years of treating thousands of older adults, I've seen a lot. But even at my age, I was shocked to realize how something as innocent as breakfast could be secretly making millions of seniors weaker every single day. It's not because people are lazy. It's not because they don't care about their health. Most seniors I've met want to stay strong, to keep moving, to stay independent. But the truth is, even when you think you're doing things right, one simple mistake in the morning can set you on a path to losing strength in your legs, throwing off your balance, and even raising your risk of dangerous falls. I know this might sound surprising. Most of us grow up hearing that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But no one ever teaches us how to eat the right breakfast after the age of 60. Too many people skip it altogether. Others grab a quick piece of toast or a sugary snack. What they don't realize is that these poor choices drain your body's energy, starve your muscles, and quietly weaken the nerves in your legs. Over time, this leads to muscle loss that feels like a normal part of aging. But it's not. When you follow healthy eating habits, especially started with your first meal of the day, you give your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong and steady. You give your nerves the support they need to keep sending clear signals from your brain to your legs. Without the right nutrients, it doesn't matter how much you move or exercise, your body can't build strength. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you a simple set of steps you can take. Start with your breakfast to protect your legs, rebuild your strength, and rediscover the confidence to walk without fear. You'll hear the story of Evelyn, a woman in her late 70s who had nearly given up on walking without help. But through small, simple changes, she was able to stand strong again without expensive pills or complicated routines. Let me tell you about Evelyn, because her story isn't just about her. It's about every older adult who's felt their legs getting weaker without understanding why. Evelyn was 78 when I first met her. She had this gentle smile, but her eyes told a different story, a mixture of sadness and frustration. Her son had brought her in, gently guiding her by the arm, because she couldn't take more than a few shaky steps on her own. Her hands clutched his arm so tightly, and every small movement seemed like a huge effort. I still remember the way she looked at me, as if she was ashamed for simply needing help to stand upright. She told me, "Doctor, I don't understand. I'm not lazy. I try to walk around the house every day. I eat, but my legs just feel empty, like they have no life left in them." Her son sat beside her, his voice soft but filled with worry. "Mom used to be so active, but after Dad passed, she hardly went outside. It just got worse every month. She thinks it's just old age taking over." And honestly, Evelyn's story wasn't unique. I've seen so many seniors fall into this quiet struggle, doing everything they think is right, yet feeling weaker with each passing week. But here's what I told Evelyn, and I believe it's something every senior needs to hear. Legs don't just get weak because you grow older. They weaken because your body is silently missing the support it needs to stay strong. When I asked Evelyn about her meals, it was clear, like many seniors, she had slipped into eating the same easy meals every day. White bread, a little cheese, almost no vegetables, and often skipping breakfast altogether. No one told her that these habits, though simple, were robbing her legs of the strength they needed. That's when I explained to her why food choices play a bigger role than people realize, especially after 60. I promised her that with just a few steady changes in her routine, her body would begin to recover. And while Evelyn felt a bit skeptical at first, she also felt something she hadn't in a long time: hope. As we moved forward, it became clear that the symptoms Evelyn experienced were far more common than most people think. There are clear signs that your body uses to tell you when it's running low on the nutrients it needs. And you might be feeling some of them yourself without even realizing it. As I continued talking to Evelyn, I asked her to think back and pay close attention to what her body had been telling her. That's when it hit her. There had been small signs all along, little signals that something wasn't right. She just didn't realize those signs were her body's way of calling for help. These quiet warnings are more common than most people think. And if you've experienced any of them, you're not alone. In fact, they happen to millions of older adults, often without them realizing the connection to their eating and lifestyle habits. The first sign is weak, shaky legs. It might happen when you stand up from your favorite chair or when you get out of bed in the morning. Your legs feel like they can't support you, or you have to hold on to furniture to stay balanced. This isn't just a normal part of aging. It's a sign your muscles are lacking key nutrients, especially vitamin B12, which keeps the communication between your nerves and muscles strong and steady. The second sign is tingling or numbness in your feet. That crawling feeling, almost like ants under your skin, or moments when your feet feel numb for no clear reason. Often, it gets worse after sitting too long, or even when you try to sleep. This is usually caused by low levels of B vitamins, particularly B12, which help protect your nerve endings. When these nerves get weak, those strange sensations start creeping in. The third warning is muscle cramps, especially at night. Many seniors tell me they get woken up by sharp, painful cramps in their calves or feet. These cramps can be so strong, they leave your legs sore the next day. This usually happens because your body doesn't have enough magnesium, which keeps your muscles relaxed and your movements smooth. Without it, your muscles can tighten up suddenly and painfully. The fourth sign is a constant feeling of exhaustion, not just feeling tired after a long day, but a deep tiredness that seems to follow you everywhere. Simple tasks like going to the kitchen or watering plants feel like too much. This is often linked to low vitamin D levels, which not only weakens muscles but also drains your overall energy and even affects your mood. Evelyn had all four of these signs, just like many other seniors I've worked with. These symptoms don't just show up overnight. They build quietly over months and years, making it easy to mistake them for simple aging. But when you know what to look for, you can take action before things get worse. And Evelyn wasn't the only one. I remember another patient, Michael, whose story was even more difficult at the start. His struggle went deeper, but what happened to him shows how powerful simple changes can be. Michael's story stays with me to this day. He was 82 when he came to see me, and his situation seemed much worse than Evelyn's. For years, he'd worked as a mechanic, always strong, always independent. But now, even walking to the kitchen felt impossible. Every evening, sharp cramps forced him to curl up on the edge of his bed, clutching his legs in pain. His face would drip with sweat, and the idea of walking without support felt like a distant memory. He told me, "Doctor, I'm afraid I'll be in a wheelchair soon. I don't want to end up being a burden to my children." I could see the fear in his eyes, but I also knew his situation wasn't hopeless. Like Evelyn, Michael wasn't falling apart because of his age. His body was just crying out for support it hadn't been receiving for years. When I asked about his daily routine, the pattern was obvious. Breakfast, if it happened at all, was usually coffee and toast. Lunch was quick and plain, and dinner skipped vegetables completely. Michael almost never went outside, and he hadn't eaten fish or taken in natural sunlight in months. It was no wonder his legs had lost their strength. His body was running on empty. Together, we put together a simple, realistic plan. He didn't need fancy supplements or exhausting exercises. He just needed the right balance of nutrition and easy lifestyle shifts. Slowly, things started changing. Michael added protein back into his breakfast, spent 10 minutes in the morning sunlight, and began eating a handful of nuts and leafy greens with dinner. Within the first couple weeks, the cramps eased up. By the end of the month, he was walking across his yard without anyone helping him. It was powerful proof that simple changes can restore strength and confidence, even after years of decline. And the steps Michael followed weren't complicated at all. In fact, there are 5 simple principles that have helped not just Michael, but many of my patients recover their leg strength and move with ease again. Michael's success was no accident. Over the years, I've seen many people regain their confidence by following a few simple steps. These principles aren't complicated, and you don't need expensive pills or special treatments. They're easy adjustments that anyone can make, and they've worked for my patients time and time again. Let me walk you through them. Principle 1, never skip breakfast and never rush it. After 60, your body needs consistent fuel, especially after a long night of fasting. Skipping breakfast is like trying to drive your car on an empty tank. I always advise starting the day with a meal rich in protein. This could be something simple, like one boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast, and some steamed vegetables. If you don't like eggs, plain yogurt or cottage cheese with a few nuts works well too. The key is to avoid sugary cereals or white bread, which only give a short burst of energy before leaving you feeling drained again. Principle 2. Get at least 10 minutes of morning sunlight every day. Vitamin D plays a major role in muscle health, balance, and bone strength. But as we age, our skin produces less of it. Sitting in gentle morning sunlight, even on your porch or balcony, helps your body naturally make this important vitamin. You don't need to sunbathe or go for a long walk. Just 10 minutes of fresh air and soft sun touching your arms and face can make a big difference in your energy and stability throughout the day. Principle 3. Eat a small portion of fish or eggs every day. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel are packed with vitamin D and healthy fats that support your nerves and muscles. If fish isn't your favorite, even one hard-boiled egg can provide a good dose of essential nutrients. You don't need a big meal, just a small, steady supply to keep your body strong. Including fish 2 to 3 times per week or eggs most mornings is enough to notice improvements in how your legs feel when you stand or walk. Principle 4. Add magnesium through seeds and leafy greens. Many nighttime cramps and muscle weakness are linked to magnesium deficiency. Thankfully, you don't need supplements to fix this. A small handful of pumpkin seeds or almonds in the afternoon provides a gentle boost. Adding spinach, Swiss chard, or kale to your lunch or dinner helps prevent cramps and keeps your muscles relaxed and responsive. These small portions taken daily quietly rebuild your muscle coordination without you even realizing it. Principle 5. Start today. Don't wait for things to get worse. This is perhaps the most important piece of advice I give. Too many people wait until their legs are too weak or until they've fallen to make changes. But the earlier you start supporting your body, the faster it can bounce back. Even small steps, an extra glass of milk, an egg in the morning, a few minutes of sunlight, send a message to your muscles. We're not giving up. Your legs will feel that message, and they will respond. These 5 principles aren't just theory. They are simple, proven habits that have brought countless seniors back to their feet. But I know sometimes it can feel overwhelming to change routines, especially after so many years of doing things a certain way. That's why I always remind my patients, it's not about perfection. It's about steady progress, one day at a time. There's something deeply encouraging in knowing that every little action you take moves your body closer to strength. And it's not just about feeling stronger. It's about regaining the freedom to do the little things you enjoy each day. After decades of listening to stories from people just like Evelyn and Michael, there's one thing I've learned for certain. Your age does not decide your strength. The little choices you make every day matter far more than the number of candles on your birthday cake. The way you treat your body today can change how you move, how you feel, and how much you enjoy life tomorrow. The best part? It doesn't have to be complicated. No fancy pills, no painful exercises, just simple, steady habits. Good meals, fresh air, a little sunshine, and gentle movement. Those small steps have helped so many people reclaim their independence, and they can help you too. Your legs haven't given up on you. They've been waiting for you to give them what they need: steady care, the right food, and patience. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to feeling strong, steady, and confident again. And now, I'd love for you to take a moment to reflect, quietly, in your own time. Think about one simple change you'd like to make starting tomorrow morning. Maybe it's adding an egg to your breakfast, or enjoying a few peaceful minutes in the morning sun. You don't have to share it with anyone. Just tell yourself, this little step is for me. And if you're smiling right now, even just a little, know that you've already started.